All right, up next, the man, the myth, the legend.
I know this guy.
I know this.
I've
I
seen
know
you guys
that.
multiple times.
I know this guy. I remember being just a wee lad,
Yes.
seeing a video on the internet of an Evo. I think it was an Evo 10
Yeah.
in the fall. There was leaves
Oh,
on
the
the
white
lip.
one?
Dude, yes.
Harold's Evo.
It was
Harold's Evo.
your
Oh, yeah.
video, and I was thinking to myself, this
Dude.
man shoots magic. And
Yes.
here you are. That's
Stop.
like 9 years old now.
I
8
had
years
an
old.
Evo 10 at that time.
Yeah.
So it was like
It was the perfect video.
It was
Oh, yeah.
the video.
Dude,
for
you're
us.
still in it. You're still crushing it. For those
Thanks.
guys and gals that don't know, Krispy Media. Bro, what are you up to these days?
Well, I moved to Dallas, Texas from New York.
Woo!
So we're in the middle of the country now. So it's
Yeehaw!
easier to get a lot of jobs.
America.
I have a cowboy hat
Nah.
and a Dale jacket that go together
Do
perfectly.
you have a
I'm
cowboy
kind of
boots?
upset you're
I don't
not
have
wearing
cowboy boots,
it.
no. Well, I told my girlfriend I should have worn it, and she said, it doesn't really fit your vibe. And I was
Oh,
like,
okay.
I get it. That's fair.
Did the
That's
girlfriend
fair.
check?
Yeah, that's probably a good idea.
Yeah.
To be completely honest, I don't know if we actually know how to dress, so it's probably good to have
I
like a
don't.
little.
I mean,
little
when are we not
cross-reference.
wearing
We're
our
wearing
own
the
clothes,
same
though?
thing.
Yeah,
now.
that's true.
We only ever wear our own brand.
Yeah, I mean, it's just what you do.
Yeah.
And what are you doing here?
Well, this is my first time in Riverside. I was supposed to bring my car, but it go boom, so I don't have it.
Subaru stuff.
Subaru stuff.
That was actually great to not great to see, but it was
No.
funny to see.
Yeah, and
Well,
it happened on a TV show. So
That's true.
Best
That's-
case scenario, basically, right?
Right?
I mean,
That
if
was
you're
a-
gonna do it,
And for those that don't know, Krispy, you were helping filming the stuff for Bangin' Gears,
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
Did you have an
hopefully-
official title for that?
Important guy with camera.
Because this man,
Nice.
this dude was everywhere. This
Yeah.
guy was up at like 5 o'clock in the morning, and then I would go back to the bays to grab my car. 11:30 at night,
Guess
midnight.
who's still there?
This man is still filming. He's
Yeah.
got cameras, Iron Man technology coming around to keep all that crap on you, dude.
Those are some long days.
You were
Yeah.
just pushing it. How was
Thank you.
that?
It was cool. It was just the only downside was that for some reason in Las Vegas it was freezing. It was like 30 degrees every day.
Yeah.
You know that. You were there.
30 degrees.
Dude,
It was
shouldn't have been.
it was
So
that
cold.
the
Shouldn't
weekend
have been.
the week that I was there was like February 10th to like the 14th. It was colder in Las Vegas than it
Yeah.
was in Wisconsin.
Yeah, I remember that.
Didn't
that-
make sense at all.
No.
That
But
normally
no.
doesn't happen like ever.
No, I
No.
wasn't expecting to have to wear more clothes
Yeah.
in Vegas than before.
Yeah.
So you got the Subaru's on a little bit of a hiatus.
Yeah, we'll call
But
it
when
that.
you did have it, it was built. It was
Yes.
looking cool.
Yes.
It's blown
I
up.
love it.
What are you gonna do now?
I don't know. I gotta talk to some sponsors because we just bought a house and doing some like grown-up things, right?
Yeah.
So I probably shouldn't put too much money into that.
Everybody's
So-
growing up.
Yeah, so I got to see what I could afford to put into that. Hopefully, if anything, just turn it back to what it was. Redo the turbo setup and the intercooler setup to run a full-size radiator in front. Move our turbo back to not just up in the grill for show.
Yeah, yep.
Make it a little bit more reliable at this point. And either put back in the same motor or maybe something a little bit more powerful. But then we got to worry about the trans. So we'll see.
Speaking of which, do you guys know what made it go boom? What?
Yeah,
What made it go boom?
IAG is doing a failure analysis right now. They have
Oh,
the motor back
gotcha.
in Pennsylvania. They're going to look at it and go, yeah, it's effed.
Yeah.
So that's that. But we didn't have proper, we're assuming we didn't have proper oil pan for it. It was built as a show car. It was built
I
as a
hear that
SEMA
lot.
car.
Yeah.
So to go on a racetrack is not what it was intended for. And if we would have thought about it ahead of time,
Okay.
I keep
Hindsight.
hearing
Okay.
this scenario.
Okay.
over
Oil
and
star.
over.
We
Yes,
have we have an important question.
yes.
Dakota's most recent viral TikTok or Instagram reel was on Martini Works, where he says, "Stop buying Subarus because they do nothing pretty much but blow up." And then the owners
It was a little
will
bit of a
say,
hot take.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they
and-
say that they're built to 1,000 horsepower, but they're running 305.
Hey,
Correct?
Is identical to what I said.
Okay. Give me your opinion on that. Is it true or not true? Why do Subarus
From
blow
a
up all the time?
Subaru owner.
Yeah, give us
I
the
don't
take.
know. I have faith in it. Obviously, whenever I'm talking with somebody, I say, "Oh well, Subaru things like we get it." But I thought mine was built reliably. It served its purpose. People who built it did an amazing job. At the end of the day, what happened to it, what caused it to blow up, was us just not thinking to put in an aftermarket oil pan in it and proper baffling. We had a Killer Bee pickup in there, but that got shredded to pieces. I don't know. I think I'm a firm believer. I've had two of them. I've had multiple engines down. This
I
one,
was just
Say
about
it.
to say you've
Say
had,
it.
you've had
Say
two
it.
Subarus and how many engines?
this will be my third. But that's it's par for the course, right?
What do you
You're
mean?
doing okay. I love you to death. You're doing the
We
thing.
do love
though.
you.
You're doing the thing
Okay.
where you're like, it's not the car,
It's me.
I messed up, and that's identical to what I said. No.
Well, if I had proper baffling in there, we're chilling.
You
That-
shouldn't
see-
have to do that.
yeah, see, that's the
you
thing.
can't drive the car in a circle.
It's a 700
What's
horsepower
the
car with
problem?
oil going all over the place.
Just
Oh my
you know,
goodness.
I'm gonna be
Okay.
really.
Okay.
It is one of those things, though, Chris, where it's like,
Every time.
how many times does something have to kick you in the nuts for you to realize
Fair.
maybe there's other options out there that do it
So-
slightly better?
The other option, I want to fix this and have it as my show car.
Okay.
Right. I have the minivan that gets me around.
Yeah.
Fits all the
Oh,
stuff in the
hell
merchandise. You know.
Didn't blow up
Banging.
ever. How many engines in the minivan?
It's actually leaking a fair amount of oil,
But
but it's still good.
Sweat and
Oh, there it is.
horsepower.
But the plan is we just bought a house. That was the first part of the plan. The second
Nice.
plan is to buy a ring. And the third part of the
Congratulations.
plan is an AMG GTS.
I
So
like
either
it.
by the end of this year or like early next year, that'll be the move.
you got
Man's
life
got-
goals on
Yeah,
lock right
man's
now.
got taste.
So
100%.
yeah. Well, I mean, the Bacon Gears job should pay pretty well. So
Yeah,
that's
well-
that's helping me buy a fun
we,
car.
we just need the show to get to the end result,
I'm so
which
excited
I'm
to see it.
excited for.
Yeah, I wasn't cool enough to get invited, but I'll have fun watching it.
So tell me, first time at Riverside, you said?
Yeah. Yep,
What do you
first
think
time.
about it?
So far, so good. I love the venue that we're in. The lighting that's coming through this morning was really cool, and I've heard at night too, or not at night, but at dusk when the light gets a bit lower
Yeah.
again, we get some really cool shadows going through here. So I'm just gonna chill. I'm gonna kick it for like an hour or so until it gets closer to 5, and then come back out and capture some slow-mo, light leaks coming through and whatnot. The vibes have been great so far. I've met a lot of people that I don't normally see. Some friends down in the south.
Super cool.
So yeah, no, I'm enjoying it so far. I'm definitely enjoying it.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's awesome. I would say too. I'm sorry. Go ahead if you have something to say.
No,
I'm
don't let him
disagreeing.
talk. Don't let him
No,
talk.
no.
He
Okay,
talked
so-
crap about me.
So
yeah,
here's
I said
the-
the Subaru thing. Now
No,
we're on
okay.
these
To be
weird-
fair, I am on Dakota's side with the Subaru conversation.
go.
Okay, but when you're looking, I think the one thing that I've always found super interesting for me.
Yeah.
You've been doing automotive content. I would argue you're probably one of the first, like, almost montage production style car editors on YouTube.
Don't call it a montage. Why would you do that?
Because
Why
I
would
think
you
I
insult
think
me
about
like
like Halo. I feel like Halo montages. I think of like that
Yeah,
day. You
yeah,
know.
Yeah.
You've done it for a decade.
Just about. I'd say so.
Just
yeah.
about a decade.
Yeah.
There's so many people out there that want to do content, that want to become a YouTuber.
Yeah.
And it's like they do it for a couple times, then they stop, and then they start, and then they stop. You've
Yeah.
done it for 10 years. How have you stayed so consistent for almost 10 years doing it?
Yeah,
Well,
crazy.
I definitely attribute like a major part to that to buying a Subaru. So if I didn't have the Subaru, that would probably, I probably wouldn't be doing it.
He would have been done with content on the second year.
Bro, if you didn't have that Subaru, you could have like your fourth red camera.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, you're right. I do have 2 now, so that's pretty cool.
Yeah, props to that.
I don't know. Keeping things fresh is kind of hard.
Okay.
I would say so. So every now and often I like to change up some gear, change up some lenses. Like I just swapped out a lens. I bought a lens, sold the lens for something else to give my videos a different look. And then try to just put more effort into it than the previous guy. Not to say that someone else isn't, but instead of just going out and shooting a feature in one day, splitting it up between 2 days and making something really cool and storyboarding it out ahead of time and going and scouting your locations ahead of time and just doing those like little shots that you set up for half an hour that's 0.5 seconds in the video, but that person watched that one shot and like, oh damn, that shot made that video, right?
That's huge.
It's
That's
trying
huge.
to find like the
That's
little
awesome
things
to
like
hear
that.
that.
And taking the time to do those little shots, like whether it's a suction cup shot or getting good audio for that car and that feature, plays a giant role, plays a huge role. So I don't know, trying to find those unique shots that you can put into your feature or put into your show footage. And a lot of people are like nervous, like ask people to do something with their car at shows.
Yeah.
They're just like waiting for everyone to walk past them and then they get their shot and then they move on.
Yeah.
But like I've gotten some really cool shots just by like asking the owner, like, hey, can you air that back up and down again? Hey, can
Yep.
you get in and get out like 3 or 4 times just so I can get multiple angles?
Yeah.
It creates a little story within your montage that you can
He doesn't
make
like
it
that word. That's
that you can
that's
just,
a
I don't
sensitive
know,
word.
It sets it apart a little bit than just somebody gimbal shotting the entire car show, right?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
No, I think it was really cool too, because like we were just right over here, and you did that exact same thing. Like there was a mom taking a picture with two I'm assuming they're her daughters.
Yeah.
And he like got the shot of the daughters looking at the car, then immediately ran around to the window side, got the shot through the passenger front window,
Yeah.
then came back around and got
Yeah.
a picture. Like all in 2 minutes, you got 4 angles.
Well, yeah, because
of
that looks like
one
you have a team
moment.
of people doing that shot.
Yeah, and
right?
it's
But
just
it's just
you.
you going. Whoop.
You
Yeah.
are watching a master.
Yeah, we're
Hey, I do have a question, not to keep just pelting you with questions, but
Subaru.
as someone that makes these beautiful,
Thank
longer, short films,
Mhm.
how has short form affected that, and are you dabbling more into that now?
I'm trying to post almost every day, reel-wise, if I'm home,
Every day?
and just edit something from like the archives.
Yeah.
Well, even if it's just like taking a clip from an older video
Sure.
and putting it in a reel form or something like that, just because it works.
Yeah.
I don't know. It stinks because I just have some jobs where I'll only shoot vertical for that client, and that
Yes.
like pains me on the inside. But I
That-
get
that's what I was wondering,
That's
yeah.
the up and coming thing. So like if that, or it is the thing. It's not even up and coming.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I mean, if that's what's working, that's what you adapt to and that's what you do. You don't say, I don't want to shoot vertical. Obviously, I really don't want to. I'd rather shoot horizontal, fill my frame, and but adapting to what the people want and what's working, go for it. Like I put up a reel the other day that did like a crap ton of views, and that looks great having a little million like the one I saw of you come up, right? That looks really good. So I mean, it is what it is.
Yeah.
I'll still cut from reels from the videos that I shoot normally, so I'll have both. So yeah.
Cool.
Have you, I mean, obviously you've been in it for a while. Is there somebody that's like shooting content these days where you're like, I really enjoy that person's outlook on content? Is there somebody that you're like, I like what they do?
To answer that, no. I don't like anyone's
When you're on the
content.
top of the mountain,
I'm just
I don't look down.
No, obviously, I don't know. There's probably other people too, like Dated out in Australia, Josh.
Okay.
Josh does some amazing stuff out there. His style is unique, and every video that he puts out is really unique. So I would definitely check out Dated. And then obviously the OG homies, Mike Ozil, Anthony, Halcyon. I got to give it up for them, of course.
Absolutely.
But if you haven't heard of Dated, I'd definitely go check him out on the YouTubes.
That's awesome.
Yeah, not
awesome.
to gas you up, but I'd say Halcyon, Anthony, and you, Crispy, like that is what kind of shaped my automotive passion in the beginning. That's what I watched on YouTube growing up. So you guys are, I'd say, legends, legendary.
Thanks.
Yeah.
You're very welcome.
Appreciate it.
You definitely set the bar, and I think one of the coolest things about your story too is it's not like a bright flame, high heat, then gone. You know, which I think sometimes happens in this scene. Like there's this huge noise, and then you never see him, you never hear about him again, or there's no consistency. No consistency. To see you continue to like adapt and move and change and be everywhere all at once. You know, it's tough, man.
Yeah.
It's got to be tough.
I've noticed. Sorry, that was loud. I've noticed like that peak or that climax of all the H2O videos I did, and then I stopped doing those because it got a little too hectic. And I've noticed a slight decline and like a plateau, but I'm okay with that because obviously like having the audience growing up and having people admire you and look after you and watch your videos growing up was a great feeling to have and a great confidence builder to do what I do now, where I shoot a lot more for clients that will never go to my channel. People will probably never know that it was me behind the camera, but I'm okay with that because I kind of like those jobs more there, where I'm working with more teams or other directors or other people that are directing a project. So even though like I have seen myself kind of go up and have that height and kind of plateau a little bit, like I don't have like a bajillion people watching every video now, but that's okay because I'm enjoying what I'm putting out and I'm still getting that client work on the side that a lot of people may not see.
That's important.
So yeah, so obviously it's cool to have an audience. Obviously it's cool that people watch your videos, but at the same time, if you take pride in your work and you're still getting jobs, or you're putting yourself out there trying to get other jobs. That's what's definitely important.
Anything you want to tell the internet? Like any words of wisdom? Would you say?
Words of wisdom. I mean, if you want to be smart, if you want to be successful, if you want to look good, obviously, first of all, buy a Subaru.
I knew
and
it.
Second, go to Krispy.store, grab all your merch.
That was the worst thing I've heard in my life. There's not times where he's wrong. But he was wrong at the beginning. He was right at the second half.
And Martini works.
There you go. Okay, he's awesome. Absolutely love this dude.
That is a nice shirt.
So thank you.
Nice shirt.
Thank you. We tried our hardest here. We were like, we could make a black tea. And we're like, what if we did bones? And we're like, holy shit,
this is awkward.
We can have shirts that aren't black?
Yeah.
No
My girlfriend just talked me into
way.
doing like a tan crew neck. And I was like, actually, this is pretty cool.
Hey, just going to say it. Maybe get a little more big boy friendly because I went and tried to buy a shirt and you guys didn't have 2XL. And
we had like one or two.
No
but they must have
Wisconsin,
sold out.
no Wisconsin sizes.
no
Wisconsin
Yeah, can you get to like a Midwest section?
Yeah,
You just called
Midwest
everyone
side.
fat in the Midwest?
Whoa.
You just called everyone fat in the Midwest.
No, I'm just saying.
I'll say it. Everyone's fat in the Midwest. Clip that.
And no one can drive in Texas. Get your stuff together.
That is awesome. Well, thank you so much for coming on board, sir. We wish you the best of luck. If you guys
Pleasure.
are looking to check him out and all the content that he does, we'll put the description link below. And of course, thank you so much for all the support.
Thank
man.
you. And obviously, best of luck with Martini Works. Your booth is getting bigger and bigger, getting more and more people here that I've seen at all of the shows. So best of luck in the future with that brand. Proud of you guys.
Thank you, sir.
Hell yeah, of
Appreciate
course.
it.